With this video, I just want to show you how to transfer the geometrical information from the architectural model to a structural model for structural analysis. I've just added some things to this model just to make it a bit more realistic. I've added some glazing to the ground floor curtain walls, and I've just added a couple of roofs on top just to make it a little bit more like a building. This is the LOD 300 that we're going to transfer to the structural model. So just close it down there. I'm going to start a new structural template. And with the first thing we need to do here is insert the model. So I'm going to go to the LOD 300 architectural, open, pop it in. And it's always good housekeeping just to use the Manage tab to make sure the coordinates are acquired, so that this will mean that any structural work we do will be located according to position in the world rather than its position relative to the architectural model. So now it's acquired the coordinates from that, so it should be positioned according to the architectural model. So first thing to do as usual is to use the Collaborate tab and copy monitor the levels into the model. So I'm copying the levels across from the architectural model one at a time. And as we're in this view here, let's just continue to copy the grids across. And now we've copied that information in. So we need to set up the views. So we're going to plan views, floor plans, and I'm just going to set up the views from the architectural model. It's okay. And you can see over here that the floor plans from the architectural model have now appeared. So here you have the floor plans from the architectural model. But if I go into the 3D view, let's just open up the 3D view here. You can see that the only information that's been transferred is these floors and some information regarding the curtain wall. Let me just WT that and shut down the views we don't need. Okay, so there's the model. Now, if I turn up the detail on this, fine level of detail, we can see that the architectural information is still in the wall here. So we still have these concrete walls that are 1 to 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a structural wall that has the same dimensions of the structural element of this wall here. I'm going into Architecture, Wall, Structural Wall, and let's just edit this type and duplicate it. And this one I'm going to call just concrete structure for the moment. And then we edit the structure of it. We'll change it to 120 because that's what the architectural model has. And let's change the material to precast concrete. It's right there, so let's just use that. It's okay. And press OK. And the important thing here is that you can see that the structural box is ticked, so we know it's a structural wall. So that's all set up. So now what we can do is we use the Collaborate tool once more and copy monitor by selecting the link as usual. And this time I'm going to go into the options here, and I'm going to change the walls so that anywhere where we have the wall that we've brought in, the external wall we've brought in from the project, I'm going to modify that so it changes to the new concrete structure wall we've just made. And let's say if we have two of these, I'm not sure if I've made it two of these or not, but let's just change it. so we don't have to go back and do it again. So let's change this one too. So I'm just making sure that these walls can be replaced with the existing walls that we've just created. The other thing to change in here is the location line, because we don't want the wall center lines to align. We don't want the concrete wall coming in the center of this wall here. We want it to come in the core. Just change that to core center line and press OK. Okay, so now we can go in and using the copy tool, we can come in and select the wall, and you can kind of see there that there's already a wall popped in on top of the existing wall we have. You see it's very clear there behind the glazing. So let's just continue around and go around selecting all these walls the way we want it to be. We'll just do it for one apartment for the moment. And afterwards we can come and trim these walls together so that the structural walls have now very clearly been inserted. But it's still not turning up in the view here. Now you have to make sure that when you insert these elements that the structural box is ticked. So you can see as soon as we tick that, the walls themselves pop up in the structural model over here. Let me just try and select that again. There we go. And then we select this one. There we go. And then we select the last one. There we go. So it's copied the walls across, but it's also retained the opening information. So that means is that we can use this information to make analytical structural analysis on the overall project. So we just need to continue this activity all the way through the model.